Celebrities may seem like these perfect people, but as we all know, they're human just like us, which means they are not immune to doing something embarrassing. From Amy Schumer's choice in baby name to Travis Scott's Halloween costume, sometimes we all do very embarrassing things. But unfortunately for celebrities, it all gets put on the internet. In at number 10, Travis Scott. This one was hard to watch go down, especially when you take into consideration how much Travis Scott probably spent on his custom Halloween costume. It definitely wasn't the worst Halloween costume in the world, but Trav still felt the heat online. Fans and followers began to make fun of him relentlessly, and the bullying got so bad that he even ended up deleting his entire Instagram page. Although he never provided a statement about being publicly shamed, it was assumed his Instagram deactivation was a result of the teasing. One user tweeted, "Travis Scott is drowning in millions of dollars right now and he couldn't get a good Batman costume? Shaking my head." Although many people ridiculed those teasing Travis and accused them of jealousy, they also made a very valid point when they said that his silly Batman costume is probably worth more than their house, which, yeah, probably is. Ooh, also real quick before we hit our next point, I need you guys to hit that like button because it really helps us out. And with that out of the way, let's just get right back to it. In at number 9, Will Smith. When Jada Pinkett Smith confirmed that she was romantically involved with singer August Alsina during an episode of her Facebook watch show called Red Table Talk, she spoke openly about it while sitting across from her husband Will Smith.
You giving permission, which is, the only person that can give permission in that particular circumstance is myself.
Yes.
The thing that really baffled people was that she did this with her son's friend. Jaden is the one that introduced August to the house, and then he went and got himself entangled with his buddy's mom. I mean, come on, man, that's greasy. During the one-on-one interview with Will, Jada explained that her and August had become good friends, but I guess he missed the memo on keeping things hush-hush. August came out and claimed that he and Jada had started a relationship while she was married, and Will had given them permission, which was completely false and only blew this thing up in the press even more. The couple also revealed in their conversation that they had briefly separated when Jada began seeing August, but with that behind them, they are apparently now committed to one another. Even so, this remains a very embarrassing video for Will Smith. Coming in at number 8, Hugh Grant. While some accents may sound charming, Hugh Grant's personality canceled out any of that for Jon Stewart at The Daily Show. After appearing on the show, Jon Stewart said that he was banning Grant for being a big pain in the ass. Stewart saying that he would never grant him permission back on the show, pun intended. During an onstage Q&A, John remarked that they had dictators on the show, but Hugh Grant was still his least favorite guest. Yikes. Apparently Hugh spent most of the day just complaining that he had to be there and even flat out said that he had better things to do, for which the staff of The Daily Show didn't really care to hear, nor did Stewart. So thanks to his high maintenance attitude, he was banned from the show with zero apologies, and I gotta say, that's pretty embarrassing. Coming in at number 7, Kevin Hart. This entire cheating scandal with Kevin Hart was recently covered on his new docuseries on Netflix, where he fully details what went down that night in Las Vegas. The show even interviews his wife Aniko as she emotionally recaps when she saw the video and how it made her feel. While Kevin was with a friend in Vegas, he cheated on his wife and then his own friend was the one that set him up. Yes, Kevin did do this to himself and he takes full responsibility for his mistakes, but can you imagine your own friend trying to blackmail you like that? The woman sent his wife the video, and then later on the pair decided that they were going to use it as leverage to get Kevin to pay them $60 million. Instead, that man went to jail for an attempted extortion, and Aniko and Kevin seem stronger than ever, but still, it's a very embarrassing moment for Kevin that he had to really live while he was out touring, while he was filming movies. It was a mess. Coming in at number 6, Alec Baldwin. Yes, that is just the end bit of a string of harassing voicemails that Alec Baldwin would leave his daughter. More concerning is that she was 12 years old at the time. He actually called her a rude, thoughtless little pig. Why, you ask? Well, because she forgot to take his call at the time that they had agreed upon. Look, I get if you're concerned for her safety and that's why you need the calls to check in, but she's 12, dude. You don't scream at a kid like that. You shouldn't scream at anyone like that. Alec took a ton of heat for this to the point where he even contemplated suicide. Instead, he wrote a book called A Promise to Ourselves, A Journey Through Fatherhood and Divorce. The book detailed his long divorce that involved 90 court proceedings and $3 million in legal fees, as well as the alienation that he felt from his daughter after everything that had happened. Luckily, years later, his daughter Ireland was able to roast her dad on Comedy Central, although being embarrassed in public hardly seems like a sufficient punishment for the childhood trauma that he caused his daughter, but you be the judge. Coming in at number 5, Nate Robinson.
Mamma mia, the problem child proving to be a big problem.
And I guarantee you that when former NBA player Nate Robinson stepped into the ring with YouTuber Jake Paul, he did not think that he was going to become a viral meme for weeks. For the most part, Nate looked very untrained and was just throwing punches wildly throughout the fight. Jake then knocked Robinson out in the second round of the fight after first catching him with a huge uppercut and then putting him away with a straight right hand. I had always heard that getting hit on your chin is a soft spot for being knocked out, but damn, he literally bounced when he hit the canvas. There wasn't even a light on in his frontal lobe for him to cushion his fall. It's probably going to take some time before Nate Robinson scrolls the internet because his lack of training really showed in this one, and he was brutally bullied for it. Coming in number 4, Kanye West. The word disaster is really the only way to truly describe the Kanye West rally in South Carolina. With the year of our Lord 2020 shaved into the back of his head whilst wearing a flak jacket that read security, Kanye rambled about his campaign for about an hour. This was his very first presidential campaign rally, which was held, as I mentioned, in South Carolina under his political banner called the Birthday Party. Still funny to me. Then Kanye said that all Harriet Tubman did was free the slaves so that they could be slaves to other white people. It was a rally filled with controversies, but the biggest moment was when Kanye broke down into tears as he openly told the crowd that he nearly aborted his own daughter. This clearly was a sensitive subject for him and left the crowd absolutely baffled. Following this, Kanye would continue to make headlines as many political opponents accused him of trying to split the vote. Coming in at number 3, Jake Paul. This man's whole career has been made up of wild antics, controversy, and embarrassing others. Thankfully, we're going to be focusing in on Jake embarrassing himself rather than his friends for once.
Yo, you good?
Jake had done another video of him stacking a bunch of red cups before inevitably falling off the ladder, thus bringing down the pyramid of sadness. Well, he tried it again, but this time opted for the more comfortable fall by stacking toilet paper rolls. You know, in the middle of a pandemic, when there was a shortage of toilet paper rolls at the time. Although Jake adds to the embarrassment of this post by first having his dog jump across them before he topples onto them. God, this guy needs to go away. Coming in number 2, Chris Evans. Captain America gave America a lot more than just America's. Back in September, Chris uploaded a screen-recorded video of him and his siblings playing the game Heads Up to his Instagram stories. However, what he didn't realize was that in that video there was a brief frame that had his camera roll in it. Someone then took a screenshot of this and immediately it went viral on Twitter. You see, within the images were some interesting memes featuring himself that he had saved, and then another was, well, there's no easy way to say this, Thor's hammer. I don't know. Someone must have contacted him quickly because he removed the video not too long after, but the photos and memes had already begun. However, instead of just tucking his tail between his legs, Chris tweeted this out. Now that I have your attention, vote November 3rd. Hey, at least he used the publicity. Coming in at number 1, Amy Schumer. Comedian Amy Schumer named her son Gene Attell, which she soon realized sounded too similar to the word genital. God, can you imagine the bullying this poor kid would have had to go through? Not only is your mom Amy Schumer, but you're also named after the family jewels. I mean, that's a rough hand to be dealt in life. Amy revealed on her podcast that her child's full name was Gene Attell Fisher, with the middle name coming from the great comedian Dave Attell. Although at 11 months old, Schumer opted to change the unfortunate homonym. In response to everyone calling her out for this mistake, Schumer said, "So do you guys know that Gene, our baby's name, is officially changed? It's now Gene David Fisher." She then went on to say, "It was Gene Attell Fisher, but we realized that we by accident named our son Genital." At least she was able to still work in an homage to her favorite comedian. It's not a complete loss. With that though, let's check out some of your comments from the video titled Top 10 Worst Celebrity Moments We All Forgot About. Nick0912 says, "I can relate to Jennifer Lawrence. I can't walk in high heels. I think I look like a giraffe on drugs." Oh my god, giraffes always look like they're on drugs, you know, because they're so high. Okay, I'll leave. Professor Grandpa and Dr. Dustin says, "All these celebrities are like, gee, thanks for reminding them." Yeah, I don't think celebrities are actually watching YouTube, so we should be fine. Deborah says, "At the end of the day, no one is perfect." Very true. Couldn't have said it as I make a mistake. There you go, Deborah. Nobody's proving that nobody's perfect. This guy is not perfect. Cindy says, "I didn't even know about some of these." Happy that we could inform you. Reed Schneider says, "The Bacon Overlord is back." Awesome. Wrong channel, but I appreciate the Bacon Overlord reference. Who Cares says, "Happy New Year, Johnny, Io, and everyone watching this." This is Top 10 Beyond the Screen, guys. Bruna says, oh my god, that pic of Johnny in the intro banner got me wondering for a sec, who the heck is that? Yeah, that's an old photo when I had really short hair. Probably the only nice photo that I've ever taken in my life. So that's why we're using that one. Maybe we'll get you guys a new photo, but honestly, you know what I look like. Stop. That's all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. I've been your host, Johnny Rogers, and until next time, stay classy. Although at 11 months old, Schumer opted to change the unfortunate homonym. Homonym? Homonym. 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 One more time. Sorry.